Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD, and we're excited to welcome back to our program today Khalid Parekh. You guys know him as the founder and CEO of Fair Banking. We've talked to him before about what Fair is doing to be able to not only help individuals to find that financial freedom, but also to offer them saving opportunities. But they also are looking for ways to make a difference in a broader way as well, and especially with everything we hear going on in the world right now. Refugee needs are quickly rising in Ukraine, Afghanistan, and beyond. We probably have seen that on the news. Well, thanks to Fair Banking and the work that Khalid is doing, they have actually launched a refugee fundraising partnership with the United Nations Human Rights Council. He's here to talk to us not only about that, but also where you all can go for more information as well. Khalid, glad to have you back on with us. Thanks again for the time.
Thanks for having me. Great to be here.
So we've talked before on the program about the work that you're doing with Fair Banking. So for those who may have missed our previous segments, Khalid, let's start there. What is Fair Banking, and why did you decide to launch it in the first place?
Thank you. So, I am a technology entrepreneur that has a very successful technology business for over 20 years. And as an engineer, we are programmed to solve problems. So one of the problems that I saw is the disparity between the amount of money the consumer makes on their money sitting in a bank account and the bank making money on the consumer's account, right? So if you have your money in your checking account or your savings account, you make next to nothing on your account, zero. But the same bank is taking your deposit and lending it out to other people and making 5%, 6%, interest on your money, right? So we wanted to solve that disparity. So Fair Bank is the first bank that launched a 4% annual savings dividend account that allows you to earn 4% on your money, fully liquid, liquid bank account, FDIC insured, SIPC insured, and it's fully. You can take it out anytime you want. You can put it in anytime you want. There's no caps. There's no minimums. There's no maximums. You could do whatever you want, but while the money's in the account, you earn your 4%. So we wanted to solve that. This is our second year in business. We started in 2020, and we've had thousands of customers. And every month, our customer base is growing because of referrals. So 90% of our customers are all referral, and it's been wonderful to solve that problem for America. We are America's savings bank.
Right. And Khalid, you're not just stopping there. As I mentioned in my introduction, you have launched the Refugee Fundraising Partnership with the United Nations Human Rights Council. Why was this something that was important for you to do to help refugees?
Yeah, so I'm an immigrant, right, that I came from India with $100 in my pocket about 25 years ago. So I know what's it like to not have roof on your head and, clothes on your back, so I come from very humble beginnings. Now, most of these refugees that are displaced, they didn't choose to leave their country. Like, take example, Ukraine. They didn't choose to, leave their country. This is not a choice. So but these people now cannot live there because if they live there, a missile will come and shoot them down. So they just have to leave, right? So now they have nowhere to go. So what would they do? So their neighboring countries, it's very hard for neighboring countries to take all the population coming from Ukraine. So they are saying, no, we can't take them. So these people are now living in refugee camps that are set up by UN, and United Nations Refugee Council, and it's very, very tough. Imagine you having a family of 4 or 5 with kids and with parents, and it's very, very tough. So what I wanted to do was we partnered with the United Nations. I'm a big supporter, donor, and the whole world wants to help, right? So we said, okay, why don't we create a system where the world becomes the gift of, keeps giving the gift of giving. So let's say you, Cyrus, you open up an account with Fair, and you put some money in it. So you are earning your 4% savings on your money. But what we do is Fair matches your deposit, and pays 1% on top of the 4% to the United Nations for as long as you have a bank account with Fair, and as long as you have a balance in there where we can continue to pay you. So what we're doing is we're saying, okay, Cyrus, you're doing a great job. Here, let me partner with you and help fund the expenses of the refugees. And also, every time somebody opens up an account with Fair, we donate $50 to the United Nations Refugee Council under this program, right? So we just continue to donate, every month to United Nations Refugee Council.
Khalid, is there a minimum deposit amount when it comes to opening up an account with Fair?
No, you can open an account with $1.
Wow. Well, this is something definitely that's great for our audience to be able to know for themselves, but also, Khalid, as you mentioned, knowing that they can help them make a difference as well to support the work that you're doing with the United Nations and the United Nations Human Rights Council with this refugee fundraising partnership. Is there a deadline for the partnership, Khalid? Is this something that will be ongoing?
This is we can only run it till so many days. So August 20th is the deadline.
Okay. We'll definitely invite our audience, and I will take up the commitment myself as well, Khalid, and I really appreciate you stopping by the program again. Again, everyone, Khalid Parekh has been our guest, the founder and CEO of Fair Banking, not only talking to us about the great work that Fair is doing, but also how it's helping to make a difference and how you can be a part of making a difference as well. Khalid, where can our audience go for more information?
bankwithfair.com. Again, it's bankwithfair.com.
All right, and we'll make sure that we link that up with our audience as well. Khalid, it goes without saying, you're welcome back here anytime. Always a pleasure having you on the program. I'm looking forward to speaking with you again soon.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. So let's go make today amazing. Take care.